Hello and welcome to the tutorial how to start a blog. In this tutorial, I will teach you how to get a domain name that is something like www.yoursite.com. For example, Google has its domain name as google.com. Luminous Blogging has its domain name as luminousblogging.com. You will also learn how to set up a hosting. A hosting is where actually your website will be living in. You will learn how to install WordPress, that is after setting up a hosting. You will also learn how to design your blog using a theme, that is to make your blog beautiful just like other blogs you see around. You will learn how to add functionalities using plugins, functionalities like a contact form or something else. You will learn all those using you learn how to add functionalities using plugins. And finally, you will learn how to write and publish your first blog post. So, welcome once again and be ready to learn. To be able to set up a hosting, we have Bluehost and they are offering to provide you with almost 42% discount on your purchase. So like if you purchase with our link, you will get a discount. So going to the web hosting, that is the Bluehost site, we can get started and see the kind of plans that they have for us. They have the basic plan, plus plan, prime, and if you want to go pro, that is you have everything under one package, then you can go for that kind of package. Now for the basic plan, you only have your one website being hosted here. The web space is limited, there is only 50 GB. The bandwidth is unlimited and the performance is also standard. Another thing about this package is that for the email accounts, you only get to have 5 email accounts and the email storage is only 100 MBs per account. For the plus, which I highly recommend, you'll get to have unlimited number of websites. You can host unlimited number of websites. The web space is unlimited, the bandwidth is unlimited, which is amazing, and the performance is standard. Another thing about the Bluehost is that for every package it comes with a new free domain name. So it means you won't have to worry about acquiring domain name from somewhere else. So let's go for this package and see how we can be able to sign up. So on the sign up window, you can choose to connect the already existing domain name, or you can add a new domain name, which is of course a free domain name. So I will go for the free domain name, which I will choose LB tutorial.com. We'll need a .com. .com is highly recommended because it's an international extension, which is amazing. Then click next. It will take me to the window where you will now be required to create an account and then later on make payments. So for an account, I can have Patrick and the package extras. I will need domain privacy protection. I don't want to receive spam emails. I will of course uncheck this one, and these one, they are not that necessary. So in this case, I'll be saving like $60.48, and the total that I'll be paying is $107.28. So the next thing is now the payment information, where I'll enter the card details and then continue, accept the terms and services, then click submit. So once you've done all those, you'll go back to your email inbox, and then there will be information here. So follow the information, the link that is given there, and then from the link you'll have the password. Copy the password, and if you click the link, it will take you to the new window, which is you will be required to tutorial. We didn't put a .com, and then paste the password that we had there and try logging in again. Yes, once you log in, it will take you to the cPanel. I will save that. It will take you to the cPanel, and since we want to install WordPress, we'll go straight to WordPress under one-click installs. You will find WordPress there. To install WordPress, it's very easy. Just go on and on and on. You have the domain name here, which is lbtutorial.com. You install WordPress. The version that will be installed is 4.98. And then you have two options to pick: the primary domain name or a temporary domain name. For this tutorial, I'll pick the temporary domain name, which will be that. For the temporary domain name, I'll be having lbtutorial-com.sites.stackstaging.com. Now to proceed with the installation, you pick the language, then you continue, and then the site title, which is Luminous Blogging Tutorial, and the username, of course, is lbtutorial. And then the password, you choose password that is strong. A strong password includes uppercase letters, lowercase, special character, and numbers. So that you can see strong, and you enter your email address. Then at the moment, we will discourage search engines from indexing our site because we are still working on it. We will change that later. Don't forget to change that. So our WordPress has been installed successfully. We can now start enjoying. So to see what's actually on our website, our website looks like, we can have the domain name, paste it somewhere, see how the website looks like. So this is how our website looks like. At the moment, it's still plain. It doesn't have anything. Just have a big image and the title and some, tagline. So up to now, you've gotten a domain name, you've set up a hosting, and you have installed. The next thing will be now to customize our website using a WordPress theme. We'll look at how to customize our WordPress site using the themes. To go to the dashboard or the admin section, you will add to the domain name a /WP admin. Then it will take you to, we have that LB tutorial, and then the password, then we log in. It will take us to the dashboard. And on the dashboard, these are some of the tools that you'll be using. We'll be looking at them one by one. But at the moment, there is an orange circle, which is actually a notification. This notification is actually, it's showing us that there is some some plugin that needs to be updated. So just go to updates and see which plugin needs to be updated. It's actually this one. So you click on that and then you update the plugin. Then once it has been updated successfully, the orange notification will disappear, and then we can go back to our dashboard. And then we are actually here to customize our website, but before we customize our website, we can go to appearance, themes, and then select the theme for our website. They are already we have 3 themes already installed on our website. There is 2017, 2015, and 2016 WordPress themes. So the one that is actually active at the moment is 2017. So we can be able to, if you don't find any of these themes interesting, you can be able to search for other themes. So you can go to add new. And then here you will have a list of themes. Like in this case, for the featured themes, you have 15 of them. You have these ones here. And themes can be sought in terms of popularity. These are some of the popular themes. And you can, there are those that are latest and the favorites. You can also filter in terms of the feature. Like in this case, let's say you're looking for a theme for a blog and it's having, like, let's say a sidebar, for example, or there is the right sidebar, and then it has all these features here. Or let's say you have a featured image builder. So if you narrow your search like that, then you apply the filter, it will give you some of the themes. Yeah, like these ones here. So if you find any of them interesting, you can go ahead and start working on them. So like in this case, I will pick on this one here and install. But if you click on preview, you can be able to see how the theme looks like and some of the information about the theme. Then you can go back to the themes pages. But since I already know the theme that I want, I'll just search for it, see if it's available. Yeah, here is the theme. So I'll go ahead and install the theme. And once you've installed the theme, you need to activate it. I will activate the theme. So the theme is active. If you look at our site again, you will find that it's different. It will be different from the one that we had before. So our site will be actually looking like this. You see, it's nice. Okay, right? Yeah. So our site has changed. We can now go ahead and try and customize our theme. So to customize the theme, you will go back to appearance. Instead of themes, you will go to customize and then click customize. We will start with the site identity. Under the site identity, we have the name of the blog, which is actually the site title, that is Luminous Blogging Tutorial. And then tagline, we can have something like WordPress tutorial, WordPress tutorials for beginners. I will want this one here to, what have I done? WordPress tutorials for beginners, something like that. So in this case, you can add a site icon. A site icon is like the favicon. Like in this case, if you look at this one here, we have Bluehost's icon. This is for Gmail. Those that don't have like this one here, so you can add yours here. It needs to be 512 by 512 pixels. So once you have that, you can come back and add. Remember, nothing will change until you publish. So you have to first publish. So let's see. From here, you could see that our tagline was just another WordPress site. What if we now refresh? After changing the tagline from the other side, you can see that it's now WordPress tutorials for beginners. The site title is Luminous Blogging Tutorial. Going back to customization, we can decide on the colors. The header text color you can change to something that you want. Let's say you go for this color. That's how it's going to look like. If you go for this color, or I would prefer something whitish but close to that. So that is what I would pick. For the background color, I would just go for something like, actually the default will just do. And then the header background, we can adjust this color to something else. Let's have it at that point, or just have default. And then publish. Every time you make a change, ensure that you publish. Then we go back and then look at how your site now looks like. It has changed a little, right? Yeah. We go back to customization and then we go to the header image. So header image will have something here. This is the header. So if we add an image here, there will be an image there. So they are already pre-installed images, or you could have your own image, which actually should be 1600 by 400 pixels. But I'll choose from this list. I'll go for this one here and then publish it. So once you publish, you go back and then check. You'll find that it has changed. We now have, wow, our blog is changing bit by bit. We now have a header image. Now, we will go back. For the background image, I wouldn't want a background image, just okay like that for me. For the menus, we still don't have pages, we don't have blog posts, so we still will not be able to add any menu. For the widgets, you can see that on the sidebar, that is the right sidebar, we have these items here. These are search box. This is a widget for the recent posts. This is for recent comments, categories, archives, and the meta. In this case, you now get to decide what widget stays there. So like on the sidebar, I would remove the meta description or the meta. I'll remove that and have the search, recent posts, recent comments, archives, categories, and so on. You can add other widgets, but for now we'll have those ones. Once I've done that, you publish. Then there is the homepage settings. Now under the homepage settings here, you get to decide what do you want to show on the homepage. Do you want to show the recent posts or the latest posts? Like in this case, our latest post is hello world. So this is what will be shown here. Or do you want to show a specific page? We call it the static page. So once we have a page, we can pick on that page and then have it on the homepage. But since it's a blog, the best homepage display, or what the homepage needs to display, is your latest post. Publish that. Then here is an additional CSS. So if you are familiar with cascading style sheets, you can be able to add some of it here. If you don't have any skills about CSS, don't worry, your site will still look cool. The accent color, now that's the color of what's here. You know, the comment, the author name, the timestamp. I can change this to something like that. You can see that it has changed. I will publish that. So generally, you can see that our website has changed. Let us refresh or reload and see how our website has changed. You can see that our website has changed. The color has changed, you know, and it's now starting to look beautiful. So far, we have gotten a domain name, we have set up hosting, installed WordPress, we have also designed our blog using a theme. Next, so we have customized our website. The next thing is now to publish our first post. Now, when it comes to creating a blog post, we will learn how to add and format text. We'll also be adding images. We'll learn how to add videos into our blog posts and also to create clickable. To create a blog post, we'll go back to our dashboard. Once on the dashboard, scroll down, there is the post, then add new. So I will use the classic editor. This is what we have. On the editor, you can be able to change if it's a paragraph or the heading that you need. If you want to mark your text bold, in italics, or have a bulleted list or a numbered list, you can have quotes. You can also align the text whether to the left, to the center, or to the right. This one is for inserting and editing links, and this is for other functionalities. So the text or the classic editor has got two sections. There is the visual editor. This is what you see is what you get. And then the text editor, this is now for the HTML. You can write your code here, but I'll be using the title, which is how to write a blog post, and you paste. So this is what we have. I'm actually using Grammarly. So Grammarly, it kind of shows me the mistakes that I've made. So this is how my blog post looks like. So let's try and add a few things. One, I can, if I wanted to bold, to change some text into bold, I'll first highlight, then click on bold, then this text will be bold. If I wanted to insert a link or create a clickable link, I would like say HTML tags, because I have copied this one from the other website. I can be able to quote it here or add a reference. I can say that this is from like this. If you click on this link, it will take you to Luminous blogging. Yes. And then for the link option, you can change. You can create some test settings, like the link can open on a new tab. Yes, and then update. So you can see that we have a clickable link here. And then the next thing that we're going to do is to add photos to our, or images, an image to our website. To add an image to our website, we can use some free or royalty free images. I'll use Unsplash. I use it all the time. Say I will search for an image like, can say fast, something that goes with the title of our post. Choose a beautiful image. Yeah, you can have this one. You can save it to my computer. And name it anything I want. I can have it as fast. So you need to know the location of your image. Then go to add my new post. I want to add an image right here. So to add an image, go to add media and then select file, and then search for your image, which is that. In case I had it saved up there, and then write the title of the image and the alt description, alt text. We prefer having the same text, and then insert into the post. So this is what we have. You can enlarge it as you wish, but I'll just have it like that. And then I'll try to have it at the center, something like that. And then next I will try and add a video. I'll go to our YouTube channel, click on a video. I will pick on a video, let's say the ultimate WordPress security, that will, yeah, this video here. So from the video, I can click, can take the link or the video link, and then create on the next line, just paste the link. Once you paste the link, the video will be embedded directly. So we'll have something like that. Now, to finally, let me do some few touches on the blog post. I can add some tags like blogging. Once you add, you press enter. Blogging, how to start a blog, something like that. And then I can create a new category for this. I can say WordPress tutorials. So we can add it to the new category, which is WordPress tutorials. And then we can have it like that. Then once everything is set, we can publish like that. So once it has been published, we can go back. We can now go and check how our website looks like. So our blog with the new blog post will be something like this. You see, this will be the new blog. The first one was Hello World. We can remove this one here, by the way. I'll show you how. But in this case, this is how our blog will be looking like. We can read more. If you read more, our blog post will be like this. This is the image that we entered, and the link that we created, you see, and then finally the video that we added. And you can actually play the video from here. Okay, so everything seems to be working so well. So we can go back. Let me close some of these tabs. There are so many now. Close some of them. Yeah, once we have now seen how our WordPress looks like, or once we have seen how our website looks like, we can now add a few pages. It's important that you have a few pages like about us, contact us, you know, such basic pages on your site. So to add a few pages or new pages, we first go back to the dashboard. I'll go back to the dashboard, and then on the dashboard we go to the pages, add new. That's media. We are on pages, add new page. Yes, so I can have about us. So about us, you say what your website is all about. I will just copy from the Luminous blogging about us page, just for the illustration to explain what's actually happening. So this is the Luminous blogging about us page. I'll click, just copy this. Yeah, something like this. And paste. So you have something like that. Then you can decide to have an image. We have already learned how to add an image. Once we have everything set, we can now add publish. We can also add another page. We can add another page, call it contact us. So under contact us, you can add how people can be able to find you. This includes the name, your address, your email address, your contact numbers, and even a contact form. So we have something like this. So we need to add a contact form. So in that case, we will come back later, but let's have this one published first. We can edit it, of course. So to add a contact form, we will use what I call WP forms, and we will add it as a plugin. That is where now adding functionalities comes in. So we will add a form using a plugin, and the plugin that you're going to use is WP forms. You'll just search WP forms. This one here, install. Then activate. Once it's activated, it will show you some few things, but now let us just create our first form. So for the form, we can have like contact us, contact us. We can have a simple contact form. So for the contact form, it will have the first name, the last name, email, and then the message. Then that person will just have to submit, something like that, just as simple as such. You can add a few fields if you want to, but for me, I think this is just enough for a contact form. So we will save that. Once you have saved, you can now add that form anywhere you want. So we can click on this one here, take on this code, you can have this short code. See, then come back to our site. I think I'll just use this one here. Come back to our pages and edit the contact page. All pages. Where's contactors? This one. We can edit this page. So we add the custom link, that one. Okay. Then we update. So if you try, let's try and see how our page looks like. View page. Our contactors page will be something like this. You can see the form has been added. We have added a form using a plugin. Yes. So once we have the pages, we can now add a menu. So let's say you will go to the menus and create a menu. We'll create a main menu. I'll call it the main menu. Yes. For the main menu, these are the items. I will remove the sample page from the main menu and just remain with home, which is actually a custom link, and the custom link is just the link to the home page, and then about us, then contact us, then we create the menu. I will change this one here to menu, then save. So if you want to add an item, you just add to menu and then it will come here. So let us see how our site now looks like. Once you've created the menu, you can now manage the menu locations. Like we have the main menu already, so we can select what actually appears on the primary menu. There is the top menu. It will be our main menu, the menu that we have just created. You save changes. Once you've done that, try and see how your WordPress site looks like. When we reload, we'll have our menu here. You can see how our menu here. If you click on About Us, it will take us to the About Us page. If you click on Contact Us, it will take us to the Contact Us page. See? Something like that. Before we finish, I want to show you how to add widgets here. Now on the widgets, you can see that we already have categories, which I added one, which is WordPress tutorials. It's now added to the categorized. The archives we have, these are the lists of posts per the months. So for the November, we have like one post, two posts, I mean. And then the recent comments, then the recent posts, these are the recent posts. Then the search, the search menu, or the search box, I mean. So let's say we wanted to add contactors widget. We can do that using, we go back to the dashboard, and then we go to appearances, then widgets, and then on the sidebar, these are the widgets that we have. We can add something else like the forms. Just click this one and then you drag it here. You click on this one and then you add widget. So this is what we'll have. So we will display the form name, and then you can select a form which is contact us, and then we save. So once you've done that, you can go back and then reload. So you can see that these are the widgets that we now have. You see, something like that. Yeah. Finally, before we finish up, you can be able to change this link here. Like if we wrote a blog post, we have written a blog post, you can see that this link here is long and it's containing the date, and actually it's the title of the post. So you can be able to change this. To change this, you will go to settings, then permalinks. Under the permalinks, this is what you'll have. The one that we are actually using at the moment is the day and name. You can be able to use the plain. The plain will give you something like this at the end. This is the domain name. And then after that is when the name of the path, the name of the page comes in. So I prefer that you use the post name, something like that, so that after the domain name, it's just the name of the post. So you set yours like that. Once you've done that, save the changes. Then let's go to still under settings, then reading. There's something that we need to do before we are done. Here we had agreed that since it's a blog, we'll just be using the latest posts, and then once your blog, your website will be having many posts, you will decide on the number of pages of the post to show on the front page. Like in this case, there are 10 posts, and then for each article, will you want to show the full text of the summary? I would prefer the summary. And then the last thing that we need to do is now to uncheck this box. We don't want to discourage search engines from indexing this site. Everything is set. You save changes. So finally, our website or our blog will be looking like this. You can now start sharing it with your friends, telling the world what you already have, and start to write as many posts as you want. So in a nutshell, you've learned how to get a domain name. You've learned how to set up a hosting, how to install WordPress, how to design your blog using a theme, how to add functionalities using plugins, how to write and publish your first blog post and pages, how to add a menu, widgets, write and publish your first blog post, of course, and all the at our website, that is luminousblogging.com. We share lots of tutorials on Luminous blogging every week, and you can also follow us on Facebook. That is facebook.com/luminousblogging, or you can also follow us on Twitter. We are at LumiBlog, and please subscribe to this channel for more and more tutorials. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.